It has been a rough first quarter for HT Bum. Right there, touchdown, unfortunately, for the Cowboys. He is not paying attention to the markers. He must have thought the markers are just not meant for him.
As they set up the throw, buying time to its left. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away and throws incomplete.
Early on, the running game been working well. The offensive line's been pleased by that. The thought process there, you catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Austin Eckler, the Charger offense, reclaimed center stage. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects on running it. Sometimes people have to run and tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or they run through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
And might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
What they try to do when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good edge steam going.
Operating for the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. A short game here, maybe a yard to the 29. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one thing about this play, it can be even more effective when you run on motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%. 3 and 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is caught by It's the Chargers' first time. It's way to convert by 20 there on 3rd and 1. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down, gain of 8. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run through it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy little throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert now. Williams once more complete. And they will take him down across the 50 at the 45 out territory. Back-to-back receptions for him. It's a first down.
Williams was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019 and had a down some bumps and bruises in 2020. He's known for his big plays downfield, but he also can make the dependable catch as well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And a 2nd
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Herbert. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
Those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up, so the adjustments the team's talking about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Here's Chris Jones now, as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here this first half as he gets it away. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it's struggling.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. That hasn't been the case so far in this game, so maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left to try to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch that partner because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked at it, the defender was right on it.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And short, they'll try and pick that through the air. Knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up 1st and 2nd down.
Now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did in their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Gets this one just shy of 40 to knock it down to 35. The black starting play at 19.
And a big part of Justin Herbert's success as a rookie was having a guy like Keenan Allen to throw to. Allen's averaged over 100 catches a year the last 4 years. No matter who's throwing it, they can count on him.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun. Here's Herbert. And complete right side to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
There's completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players who somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
4 receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's got it. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Barry.
Was one of the most precise route runners in any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Barry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
They don't lie here with that play. He's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but on both sides, and walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield. He tried to put one with the hang on 3rd down.
That gives credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly. He got a great break on the ball. They didn't force that incompletion.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Herbert. That's good. And it's going to have the Chargers 1st down. It's already got the 3rd down conversion. The Chargers passing game a little bit here. They got another 1st.
And that's well executed. They're down. I love the confidence that they had. Let their tight end try to find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. The QBs love to make that easy throw, and they start there for a 1st down.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And he'll lose yardage here back into 41. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to make sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
second down. Eckler. They'll bring this one inside the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there was some on the downsides of blitzing during a run down because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him about the 28. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more of a bodybuilding guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Bailey's kick is good. And again, they put it at 2nd to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. It's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? To me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, this confidence should be sky high.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a couple of yards deep, we'll bring it out of the end zone. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He only has a single solo carry, one. Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry, that takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more.
He's going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, can you have strung that out? Just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The good team out there with the Cowboys is in run up to send this one away. A no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. LA readies for its next possession. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I've met fan base yet that wants to drive in with the kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll hand off here to Eckler, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no comeback action. You know they're trying to turn through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up the 3-yard gain.
Second down at 7. back to throw. It's complete to Cook. And they get him down, but Armin takes it across the 40-yard line. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him the first down.
Jericho's been doing this for a lot of years, the last two in a row. The Chargers turned to him after losing Henry to go in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
On first down, Justin Herbert. There's a little too big there, but it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. To throw again. Herbert. He dumps it to underneath. But he gets sound out of that, so they're left with 3rd and 3.
We see another pitch and catch to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. That's good. And he's going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 4th and 3. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards of the play.
That was a round run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short catch and put the down marker back to 1.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
No, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They worked out very well because of the draft man. They ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 44, that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well, think I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Again, Herbert. Just a yard or two shy of the 30. As they keep this drive going, it's another 1st down.
They certainly did a nice job spreading the field on this drive. But here he finds a big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. Really nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. You call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Good job there keeping it to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. Hey, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make it for
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys 23.
And all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about gaining that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous move effort there, because these are our offensive lines, the best ones. They've got guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done. And they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 31. Got to be in sync, and they were. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down the 48-yard line. The Chargers passing game a little bit here. They've got another first.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage, because he lines up on the right and looks a passing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Looking to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every game.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
And that deserves a second look, up close and personal. Number 35, Luke. Kind of underrated, kind of stays quiet. You know, you don't ever hear much of Luke. And boom. Oh yeah, he says, yeah, you don't hear much from me, but when you do, I'm Luke. Boom. Remember my name. Don't forget the pain.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. It looks like we just a rocket shot of the 5, 14 out of the 6. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense, you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because you might wander just tough coverage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Caught on the slant. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Great job here by his defense. They try to clear him from one side of the field to the other, hoping he'll get lost in the wash. But a really nice job there to make a quick tackle and force 4th and goal.
So the one guy gets him down inside the 5, but it's made once up for just a field goal.
To think that if maybe they were a young closer, that would have made the decision tougher, and I think they probably would have gone for it. But in this situation, they decided to take the delay, and I think it was a smart move.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now it's going to be thrown in one-handed. Wow.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
We haven't seen that from HT Bum, I mean, in a long time. I would say like early Madden. HT Bum used to whip it out like that. He used to be that gunslinger. Oh, he took a hit there, but Jake, you gotta hand it to Jake. He and Ishmi always making those great catches. Early Madden. It's been a long time. Yes, first down. Not even triple defended. He still shows why he is dangerous. He and Ishmael, and Charlene Pinky Goober, Elvis Arminius.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's throw incomplete.
We try not to force anything in the coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down the ball back up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to the trap. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here, 10 minutes of field range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks. But you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
It's one that's intercepted. Dylan James with the play. That's a return to take it. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboys shaking up down there on the field. More from LA in a moment.
Oh my God. We don't know if that's a blessing or not. It's not a blessing for the Chargers, but I don't know. You got it. I don't know. HT Bum. He has his moments of greatness, and then all of a sudden, what the hell is this? Okay, what's he looking at that he doesn't see? Now I know the play. The play was for Charlene Pinky Gruber. Alright, so what's the problem? She's right where she's supposed to be. I think he got lost. I think he lost track. I mean, clearly, she could have made that catch. I don't know, he must have seen something. Because nothing's happening. They're not gonna let her get available. They are double covering and boxing her in. If he's expecting her to come out and maybe right here, it's not happening. See, she's standing her ground, and that's it. The only one that might is Slam Dunk Gomez. And over here, Jake. But AC Bomb, forget it. I mean, he's like lost. Now that he was like lost in the headlights, you know, he just like.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And quickly here, that's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number.
HT Bomb has broken ribs. He will not be returning. I think the Chargers are saying, oh, snap, that's how we're going to win this game. Well, we're in Colt McCoy. I mean, if I have to, but if we can avoid me, because I just hand the ball off. I don't throw. So it'll be either Tiny Tina or Lisa, the backup to Colt McCoy. One of those two. I mean, Lisa can throw the football. Colt McCoy. Hook 'em. Texas Longhorns. Hook 'em, baby. Hook 'em.
Setting up the throw on first down. The Chargers will use the second of the timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And back to throw. Over. They get this out wide to Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And that's the point that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you have a guy open, swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. You gain a 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're headed to chains now.
Second and 5. Let's stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to go to too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell him what we're working in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. A drive there with just 4 points. And that's when the Chargers getting into the end zone. Kicking it on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now McCoy, his first throw since coming in. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Extending the play, hoping someone would cut up and downfield, but they never did.
To throw on 2nd and 10. McCoy, he'll rifle this with deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. These guys have been some stages in the first half. So now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
I like where you're going with that. Maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out in a hurry.
Justin.
Well, head coach Armin has decided, since Eddie James, Stealth, Air Force, used to be a quarterback. They got him on defense, number 12, jersey number 12, Staubach's number. They're going to be switching him in the next game to quarterback. That's the plan right now. So, 18 seconds left. H.T. Baum might be benched for the next game. Colt McCoy, he's got the skills, but he's got to determine whether or not he wants to be a deep passer or just, just hand it off and let the 18 seconds go. Let the half end. So they need someone like Eddie James. Somebody who's just going to maybe take a knee, let the clock run out. They need somebody who's just stable and not trying to get that big touchdown. And Eddie James, he switched the defense because, he felt he just ran the limit. And H.T. Baum was available, so Eddie James switched the defense and H.T. Baum became the starter. But I don't know. I think we need a stable quarterback. Me, I just hand the ball off. Don't expect me to throw it. I don't need the bad stats.
To get this unit out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to get it?
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here is Eckler. Armin to go further. As they get him down well short of the line to gain. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Chris Jones as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. So we have reached halftime here in a tight two-point contest. As we're sending you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Philip Dorsett, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Meanwhile, in our games, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? We'll find out. We give it back to our commentator, Randy Cotton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, we will be right back. We got a situation. I mean, if Colt McCoy doesn't settle down and just call the plays, go for a first down, convert a second down. Second down, go for a halfback, run option. If Colt McCoy just can't get it together, I'm going to have to go in there and just hand the ball off. You know? I don't know if I have what it takes to throw the football anymore. I used to, years ago. I used to be able to throw short little dumpy passes, but I'm not feeling it. My arm strength, you know, I mean, I'm just not feeling it. I can hand the ball off, and that's no problem, but I don't know. We will see. Maybe the punter, Stealth Lisa, maybe she will go in there. That might be the only option. I'm thinking, man, I can hand the ball off, but, you know, it's up to, you know, Zeus is injured, so we don't have Zeus. So we got Zach and Zeke, and they've been doing pretty good. So it's a tough one, people. It's a tough one. So we got Puckster. Puckster can go in there. I mean, Puckster can do what Puckster does, and that's be the Puckster. Even Elvis Arminius, Roman Unitas. So maybe that's the option. The Zach attack, and then the Puckster right here. That's it. If only we could put the Puckster in as quarterback. Wouldn't that be something? Why can't we put the puckster in there? Why be denied? Right there under Tiny Tina, the puckster could be right there. We could put the puckster in as quarterback. That's something to consider. Can the puckster throw the football? That's the only problem. Can he throw the football? Well, at least we have Lisa. Lisa's a punter, but she can fake the punt and throw the football. Randy also used to be a quarterback. Eddie James. But they're on defense right now.